Today's video is a deep dive into 3 essential oils that you need in your life that will help you age gracefully, beautifully, and hopefully with less of those pesky lines and wrinkles. Everything that I talk about will be linked in the description box below, and I will also pin it in a comment. If you're ready, let's get started. So let's get started with a real gem in the world of skincare, anti-aging, and all over general wellness and well-being. And it is rosehip oil. Now, rosehip oil is one of those old-fashioned, ancient remedies that you probably heard your grandma talking about. Rosehip oil is actually incredible for the skin. Now, if you haven't heard of rosehip oil, it's actually extracted from the seeds of wild rose bushes. Now, how beautiful is that? Already I'm sold. Now, it is packed with essential fatty acids and antioxidants that are like a miracle elixir for your skin. So what makes rosehip oil so special? Well, first up, it is packed with vitamin A. Now, vitamin A you will have heard of in skincare because it is a form of retinol. Now, when it comes to rosehip oil, it's very gentle. It's actually helping with regenerating skin cells, revitalizing the skin, and helping skin cells to turn over that little bit quicker, which at the end of the day, as we get older, our skin cells slow down, which causes our skin to look very dull, dehydrated, and we see the signs of lines and wrinkles. When we're helping the skin cells to turn over, helping with blood supply, helping with texture and tone, our skin looks more youthful, more hydrated, and more healthy. But that's not all. Rosehip oil is also loaded with vitamin C. Vitamin C is an antioxidant. That means it's simply stopping and preventing all the environmental stressors that we come against every single day from entering our system. It's actually almost like a filter. Vitamin C also protects against pigmentation. So if you've got age spots, pigmentation, vitamin C is fabulous for the skin. And let's not forget those fatty acids. So when it comes to our skin barrier and our skin layer, it has an essential fatty layer. And that layer, that lipid layer, protects against moisture loss. Now, as we get older, our skin gets dehydrated. It's just a part of aging. And of course, we can slap on moisturizer, but ultimately, slapping on your moisturizer, if your layer of skin is dry like a hard sponge, it's not penetrating. It's not really doing anything in the deeper layers. So having rosehip oil in your daily skincare routine is going to go a long way to restoring the moisture levels and the protective elements of your lipid layer. Those fatty acids are really going to help with plumping the skin, making it look glowy, youthful, and beautiful. Now, how do we use rosehip oil in our daily skincare routine? Well, it's quite simple. You can add it directly to the skin. Now, with some essential oils, you will know you've got to be careful with using them undiluted because they can cause irritation. Rosehip oil is an exception. You can use rosehip oil directly on the skin, but I always recommend you do a little patch test just to make sure you aren't allergic or irritated by the oil. And you can also mix it with your regular skincare. So if you've got a moisturizer or a serum or an oil that you already love, a couple of drops of rosehip oil added to your skincare routine will amplify the results and make it 10 times as beneficial. So in summary, my pro tip is to get rosehip oil into your skincare routine by whatever means possible. Directly onto the skin, mixing with your favorite serums, oils, or moisturizers, and using as an overnight recovery oil, waking up feeling fantastic and looking fabulous. My next oil that you absolutely cannot live without is frankincense. Frankincense is probably my favorite of oils. It's called the king of oils. Of course, it's also known as a holy oil, and there's little wonder. It is fantastic, not only for your skin, but for your emotional well-being, your hormone well-being. It is incredible. I love frankincense. Dating back to ancient civilizations, frankincense was used as a holy oil or a ritual oil. It was often used as an oil of celebration. It was reserved for the royalty and for the very wealthy, but not today. So what makes frankincense so special? Well, first of all, it has amazing anti-inflammatory properties. So it helps reduce inflammation within the skin or the dermis. And that is crucial for calming irritated skin or skin that is just prone to breakouts, or if you've got any puffiness. Now remember, as we get older, our skin changes and it can get more sensitive. Sensitivity can erupt into inflammation, and inflammation breaks down collagen. And I'm not talking inflammation caused through microneedling or anything like that. I'm talking about when we are imbalanced in our bodies. Inflammation can cause a disruption in the dermal layer and affect your collagen and your elastin too. It is an incredible oil for evening out skin tone. So when I talk about pigmentation and age spots, that's skin tone. And often we also get redness as we get older, especially if you are perimenopausal or postmenopausal. You know that occasionally we go bright red for no apparent reason. It's great to be able to reach for something that is natural and proven to help even out skin tone. So how do we use frankincense? First of all, it's important to remember frankincense is a potent oil. This is an oil that you do want to dilute with something like almond oil or jojoba oil, or even fractionated coconut oil. A good ratio is approximately 2 to 3 drops to a teaspoon of your carrier oil if you wanted to be specific. Now for pure luxury, I would add it to your nighttime routine because not only is it fabulous for the skin, it's also incredibly soothing and calming. So if you had an anxious day, or you're feeling a little bit emotional, or you just can't drift to sleep, frankincense in your moisturizer, added a couple of drops to your moisturizer serum or oil, is going to go a long way in making you feel nice and calm, relaxed and ready for a fabulous night's beauty sleep. So the final oil that you absolutely need to have in your beauty skincare routine is lavender oil. Now I know you've heard of lavender oil, but did you know how beneficial it is as an anti-aging little tool? It is sensational. We all know that lavender oil is soothing, calming, it helps relax. It is a fabulous oil for all of those emotional benefits. But what about the skin? What you may not know is that lavender oil is packed with antioxidants. Yes, it's an essential oil that has been around for centuries, but we really now know how good it is for lines and wrinkles, for the skin's texture and tone, for helping age spots, soothing the skin. Antioxidants protect the skin from those pesky free radicals which attack our skin barrier and accelerate the aging process. Having lavender oil in your skincare routine will create almost a little barrier against everyday stressors, environmental or even emotional stressors that can cause your skin to look older, to look duller and create the lines and wrinkles that we see. Now the great thing about lavender oil is particularly great for sensitive skins. Now you do have to dilute lavender oil. Again, this is not an oil that you can use straight on the skin, but it is superb at actually dealing with any breakouts, skin redness, irritation and soothing texture and tone. One of the simplest ways to actually add lavender oil into your skincare routine is to add it to your moisturizers that you're already currently using. Now I'd recommend you used it in the evening because of lavender oil's soothing and calming effects can make some people feel quite drowsy in fact. You can also combine it with any of the oils that I've mentioned before, so jojoba, almond oil or coconut oil. And let me tell you, it can also be combined with the other 2 oils, rosehip and frankincense. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, can we use them all together? Is that going to be better? Yes, 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 it is. So here's a little secret. On hot days or days where I'm feeling particularly hormonal or stressed, I have a little atomizer bottle. I have a little atomizer bottle with distilled water. And in the distilled water, I add 2, 3, 5 drops of lavender oil. Keep it in my handbag. And as I go about my day, I have a little spritz. Let me tell you ladies, that is my cure-all for days when the world just seems a little bit too much. Frankincense and lavender oil in a little atomizer, spritz on the face during the day is sensational. So there you have it ladies, those are my 3 essential powerhouse oils for anti-aging, natural remedies that you can start today. Super affordable, super effective and have been around for centuries as well. Now if you wanted to use all 3 of those oils, I recommend you use 2 to 3 drops of each, and then remember you want to have at least a teaspoon of a carrier oil for each 2 to 3 drops. Make sure that you do a patch test if you've never used essential oils before, because some of them can cause irritation with some people. Myself, I love them. I use them all the time. I've used them for years and years and years, and I will not do without them. Especially my little secret spritzer of frankincense and lavender for days when things just feel a little bit heavier. So why not give these oils a try? Remember, every little drop is a step closer to looking vibrant, healthy, glowy and fabulous. So I'd love to hear from you girls. Have you used rosehip, frankincense or lavender in your skincare routine? And remember, some of those skincare products have fragrance of lavender, rosehip or frankincense. We want the real stuff. We want the genuine essential oils for the genuine fabulous properties that they can bring to our skin. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, perhaps you'll give it a thumbs up and you'll share it with your girlfriends. And if you haven't done so already, remember to subscribe. I bring videos just like this every single week to help you look good and feel fabulous. Until the next time, bye for now.